Hey viewers, you're watching the Savera and I'm Vidhi Joshi. In a significant international move, the United States imposed sanctions on 32 individuals and entities across several nations including India, China, UAE, Turkey and Iran for their alleged involvement in supporting Iran's ballistic missile and drone programs. Notably, the US State Department said that the action is part of the President Donald Trump's ongoing efforts to counter Tehran's rapid development of advanced weapons system. According to the department, these sanctions target organizations operating multiple procurement networks that supply Iran with materials essential for its missile and unmanned aerial vehicle production. The move also aligns with the reimposition of United Nations sanction on Iran following what the US described as the country's significant non-performance of its nuclear commitments. John K. Hurley, Under-Secretary of the Treasury for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence, said Iran exploits global financial systems to fund and advance its nuclear and conventional weapons programs. At the direction of President Donald Trump, we are putting maximum pressure on Iran to end its nuclear threat, Hurley said, adding that the international community is expected to fully implement UN snapback sanctions to prevent Iran from accessing the global financial system. Among the sanctioned entities, India-based Farmlane Private Limited has been linked to UAE-based Marco Kling, who allegedly facilitated the procurement of chemicals such as sodium chlorate and sodium perchlorate, which can be used in missile, propellant and explosives. The US Treasury Department noted that Kling and Iran and Turkey-based Majid coordinated the supply of all these materials to Persian chemical industries as part of Iran's Defense Industries Organization, responsible for importing and exporting chemical goods. Farmlane has been designated under Executive Order 13382 for being owned or controlled by or acting on behalf of Kling. This executive order, issued in 2005, empowers the US government to freeze the assets of proliferators of weapons of mass destruction and prohibit any transactions with designated entities. Notably, the sanctions are part of Washington's maximum pressure campaign on Iran, signaling that the US will target not only Iranian entities but also foreign firms and individuals assisting Tehran in evading restrictions. Hurley emphasized that Iran uses global financial systems to launder funds, procure components for weapons, programs, and support terrorist proxies. The US actions coincides with the UN Security Council's decision to reimpose nuclear-related sanctions on Iran in late September, reversing the relief provided under the 2015 nuclear deal. The restrictions aim to curb Iran's development of missiles and other weapons while limiting the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps' access to funds and resources that support destabilizing activities. This is not the first time that Indian entities have been sanctioned. In recent months, several Indian nationals and companies faced penalties for allegedly facilitating Iran's energy trade and petroleum exports. The US also targeted the MVM partnership, a network that helps Iran procure missile propellant from China. This network is allegedly managed by Kling in the UAE alongside Majid and Wahid, who operate out of Iran and Turkey. Chinese national Ma Ji was also sanctioned for facilitating meetings between Iranian defense officials and Chinese suppliers. According to the US government, all these measures reinforce US sanctions reimposed in September and implement President Donald Trump's National Security Presidential Memorandum 2, designed to counter Iran's missile development and other weapon programs while denying the IRGC access to assets and resources that sustain destabilizing activities. The latest sanction reflects Washington's determination to maintain pressure on Tehran and send a global warning to firms assisting its weapons ambitions. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.